Yes. So what I was saying that today we are going to discuss about RRB Scale 2 and Scale 3 strategy, and today's theme is what not to read to crack these exams. You must be knowing what not to read than what to read, because you are preparing for a competitive exam, and in a competitive exam you have limited time. If you read everything on earth, you will end up scoring less marks. तो इसीलिए आपको बहुत ही कम समय में बहुत ही कम सिलेबस से प्रिपरेशन करना होता है कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम के लिए। और इस सेशन में हम दोनों के ऊपर बात करेंगे, क्या पढ़ना है क्या नहीं पढ़ना है, और व्हाट नॉट टू रीड फॉर आरआरबी स्केल 2 स्केल 3। वी हैव लॉन्च्ड ए डेडिकेटेड कोर्स फॉर लास्ट मिनट एस्पिरेंट्स, that is banking and financial awareness. It is to cover the test series, RBI circular just 1 year, monthly banking, top MCQ series 3000 plus MCQ, banking note class, preferential access to interview batch, and upcoming live classes. Discount coupon is last minute, you can use it. So these are few points, 6 points I have mentioned over here, which is not to be attended or not to be prepared for your RRB scale 2 scale 3 exams. Point number 1, banking numericals. बैंकिंग न्यूमेरिकल से क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा, यानी कि कैलकुलेशन रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन नहीं आएगा। आज तक एक भी आरआरबी स्केल 2 स्केल 3 एग्जाम में रेशियो एनालिसिस, वर्किंग कैपिटल एनालिसिस, इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन नहीं आया है, जबकि कुछ बहुत ही कम क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू थ्योरीज आया है, जैसे करेंट रेशियो क्या होता है, दे मे आस्क इट, बट दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू आस्क यू टू कैलकुलेट समथिंग इन बैंकिंग। कुछ लोग जो रिसेंट क्रेडिट के एग्जाम्स दे के आए हैं, दे वर ऑलवेज सेइंग, एंड सम पीपल आल्सो टीचिंग रेशियो एनालिसिस एटसेट्रा, बट दीज क्वेश्चंस वर नेवर आस्क्ड। यस, नंबर्स आर आस्क्ड, नॉट न्यूमेरिकल्स। नंबर से क्वेश्चन आया है, लाइक वर्ल्ड बैंक ने कितना लोन दिया है इंडिया को, या फिर इंडिया ने किसको कितना असिस्टेंस दिया है, बजट में कितना अलोकेशन किया गया है। दीज टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन आर आस्क्ड, नंबर्स नॉट न्यूमेरिकल्स। So one thing, you must not waste your time on calculation based question like ratio analysis, working capital analysis, DSCR calculation, etc. You can simply avoid them all. Clear? Quick variables. Second, things that are changing very quickly are never asked. That it is known that many predictions are happening. Quick variables and prediction related things are not being asked. Okay, like GDP forecast, वर्ल्ड बैंक ने कितना किया, पहले क्वेश्चन आता था क्योंकि देयर वर वेरी लेस नंबर ऑफ फोरकास्ट. Now for every quarter, every organization is predicting for next 2 to 3 years the prediction is happening. So that's why very quick variables are not being asked. Okay, for that matter, sometimes they don't ask you question even related nowadays related to the current prevalent rates, because these rates are keep on changing. Maybe when the question is being made, after that the rates are changed, so you may not be knowing that which question they are asking, the recent changes or the changes when the questions are being made. So such type of questions are not being asked to confuse students, so they will do away with such kind of confusion. Clear? Yeah. Current affairs. Sabir Ahmad, any capsule for RRB scale 3 exam? Capsules will not make you get selected in RRB scale 3. We have MCQ series, we have a very professional content, so we don't rely on capsules. You have to read something very vast to prepare for these exams. Even if you want to clear these things in last minute, at least you have to cover 3000 MCQs. 3000 MCQs, 2 to 3000 MCQs are to be covered if you want to score 35 plus in banking. So rely on the top 100 MCQ series. We have a complete list of that in this session. So don't rely on capsules. They are very little. These exams are very vast. I will be telling you what is to be covered. Okay, so current affairs, on related current affairs will never be asked, like festivals, like other things will never be asked. Only things related to banking, finance, economy, business will be asked in your banking section. History of banking, these were the questions in early 2012 2013. Nowadays they are not asking you when the which is the first bank of India, when RBI is established. These kind of outdated histories are not being asked. you are a banking aspirant, not a history aspirant. So they are not going to ask you histories. So avoid reading unnecessary history related things. Okay. Yes, financial awareness course is there in the description. Find it out. Through QRE, top QRE. When there are easy to moderate level question, why to prepare or attend top point reasoning and English related questions? Like in puzzle, there are variables, 2 to 3 variables. Like in data interpretation, they are going to give you so many critical data interpretation. Why to attend that? Why don't you simply leave them? If you feel that probability, calculating probability is tough for you, why don't you simply leave them? If you think boat and stream is something very difficult for you to cover, why don't you leave them? Because 1 or 2 questions will be asked from that. When there are easy to moderate level questions are very high number, why even to prepare for top level quant reasoning English? You can avoid that in last minute. Sixth one is puzzles. Puzzles with more than one variables are always to be avoided. ठीक है, एक सर्कल था, कुछ गर्ल्स थे, कुछ बॉयज थे, उनके शर्ट के कलर अलग अलग थे, उनमें से कुछ सेंटर की तरफ मुंह करके बैठे थे, कुछ बाहर की तरफ फेस करके बैठे थे. तो इस टाइप के पजल्स यू कैन सिंपली avoid them with too many variables. Don't even prepare for that. Okay. So how the banking questions are being prepared? बैंकिंग क्वेश्चन जो है आपके फिनेंशियल और बैंकिंग सेक्शन में कहां से आता है, ठीक है. एंड हियर इज द टिकर फॉर योर banking and financial awareness course. Link is in description. 450 plus students selected in 2022 or 2021. We want you to crack the exam for us. Discount coupon last minute is also available. Yes. So there will be three components of banking will be asked to you: current financial awareness, static banking, and professional banking questions. Current affair means news related to banking, finance, business, and economy of 1 year. And most importantly, last 8 months means all 2022 concepts are important. Clear? Then comes the static banking. In static banking, I have urged you to really remove the history part, but you can read top banking historical events, general concept, institutions, etc. Okay, general concepts like Reserve Bank of India, the Hilton Young Committee, which has established the Reserve Bank of India, such kind of things, institutions, where it is headquartered, about IMF, World Bank, ADB, etc., are sometimes important. Then nowadays, mostly they are asking professional banking questions. This is very, very important. Questions related to day-to-day activities of bank, like deep scheme. It is one of the major things a banker do when a customer comes after 10 years of depositing money. Okay. And credit management, risk management, various schemes, all that are covered under professional banking. We are emphasizing more on that. Okay, no appointments are generally not asked nowadays. So these are three major components of banking. If you focus on these three parameters, you are going to do wonder in upcoming exam. So also now, now this is term. This is your time to identify the question mix. How the questions are being prepared in front of you. First, 10 to 20% question will definitely be of easy level. Easy means damn easy. This is must for you to attend first. Then moderate, 40 to 50% question will always be moderate. 10 to 20% question will be tough. If you are preparing with us for last 6 months, you can go for the top level questions, and there will be always 5 to 10% questions which are confusing, too much of variables, too hard to attend. So these questions are never to be attempted fast, and this is to be avoided. At max you should avoid, it will kill your time. These 5 to 10% questions are given to you just to make you fail in the exam. ठीक है, तो आपको ये सब से दूर रहना है. बैंकिंग टैगलाइन आउटडेटेड क्वेश्चन हो गया है, इसलिए हमारे रिलायबल कंटेंट के ऊपर आप ध्यान दीजिए. चलिए, स्कोरिंग गोल्स. आपका गोल का स्कोर क्या होना चाहिए? 100 मार्क, 115. बेस्ड ऑन योर प्रेफरेंस ऑफ बैंक, यू शुड प्रिपेयर इट, राइट. So prepare accordingly. If you are very low in math, reasoning, etc., so give your time on that. Score proposition, how to score. Time management, sequence, and calculated risk. Time management means you should have a sufficient, you should have, because it's a composite exam of 2 hours, so you should have a time management. How many minutes you should give to banking, how many minutes you should give to English, how many minutes you should give to reasoning, or to every exam you will give 20 minutes, and at the end you will be giving 30 minutes to attend moderate to top level questions. Okay. Sequence, you should decide which one suits you. If you start with mathematics and you are not good at mathematics, you will lose your confidence in upcoming all subjects. You will be scoring very less. And calculated risk, you cannot leave every question, you cannot attempt every question due to negative marking. If you leave all the doubtful questions, you will end up scoring 70-80 marks, which is not useful for you. So sometimes use elimination process and do good. Okay. So, what should be your ideal mark target? In reasoning, you should score 15 to 20, math 15 to 20. If in reasoning you are scoring 15 marks, definitely in math you should score 20. Whichever is good for you, whichever is easy for you, prepare little harder on that. Like if you are feeling reasoning is okay to you, then prepare better in reasoning. Okay. In English or Hindi, 20 to 25 marks is ideal. Professional knowledge, that means in banking, you should score 30 plus, definitely 30 plus, especially knowledge students should secure 30 plus. That's why I am running the top level classes. 50 questions covered, or 250 we will cover in upcoming days. That will be the top questions, top questions for this exam. And computer, 12 to 15 is ideal, and only this 500 MCQ PDF is enough for you to crack it. Okay. And important notes in our application, what you need to cover. At least in general banking, 30 notes, credit management 20, RBI circular gist 8 note, means January to August, top 100 MCQ series 12 notes, financial management 7 notes, RBI circular, Indian economy, monthly banking last 8 months need to be covered. In general banking, digital ebook need to be in digital banking ebook, that is very important. So many questions are nowadays coming from digital banking. Vessel, banking committee, AML, KYC, NI Act, internal ombudsman, RBI, MPC, all acts in that folder. Call notice, term money, it needs to be covered. In credit, law of limitation, all MSME schemes, ROC and SARSAI, CGT, MSc, balance sheet and PL, no need to calculate. Just understand the terms. Agri credit, IBC, SARFACI, Lok Adalat, bank guarantee, working capital, and non-fund based facility needs to be covered. FAMCQs by Praveen sir, computer notes 50 MCQ series needs to be covered. And in video classes, you need to cover QRE as per your requirement, Hindi or English. General banking 45 lesson, including financial management, credit management 42 lessons, and the credit management full classes are to be covered. Banking RRB 2022 government schemes FA classes are to be covered. Okay. Other classes, economic affairs, 3 4 classes are there. That is must. They are asking good amount of question nowadays from economic affairs. Then the RBI circular, banking affairs, Indian economy, computer, professional banking. One class we have done. Professional banking means the top level banking classes that I am doing lately. That is to be covered, and new ones are to come. Okay. So, wish you a grand success for your upcoming exam. Your 9 p.m. class is all scheduled, so don't miss them. Yes, one idea I want to tell you. Those who are nowadays who are attending all the full mocks, please avoid attending all full mocks, because if you attend 30 full mocks, it will waste your 60 hours of time. 3 to 4 full mock, it is there. If you have time, then go ahead with. You can, to understand the time management, you can go for 3 4 full mocks. Then you prepare these concepts. And banking, I gave you time to read QRE in last minute. You should also do well in your banking section, because banking is something that can give you at least 35 marks. I believe knowledge students are way ahead, and I am now taking a class of top level banking. Also in top 100 MCQ series, you will find some questions related to tough and confusing level questions, that if you prepare from that, you can definitely score 35 plus in banking, because we have almost covered everything. related to banking. And English students, the financial awareness class or financial awareness MCQ series taken by Praveen sir in Hindi, you can should not waste that 1 hour by understanding the being confused with the Hindi language. You can simply wait for the PDF to be shared in the group, and you just go through the MCQs. Within 5 to 10 minutes you can cover 50 MCQs. So at the last, I must say, we are running live classes 2 hours daily for this batch, and in last minute we will have more banking classes. But if you have covered some topic, or if you don't have time, either you watch these classes or just simply go through the PDFs after the end of the class to save your time. Your time is important for us. That doesn't mean as we are taking classes, we will not force you to watch all these classes. You can skip these classes to read from the PDFs and notes. Like recently, I have taken a class on asset liability management or yearly warning signal. These Only these PDFs are sufficient with the MCQs for you to cover these concepts. No need to waste your 30-40 minutes to understand the concept. So use your time very wisely. Yes, good evening, Neha. How are you? Banking tagline are nowadays not asked. So, what are very important that we are covering only? How many questions from RBI circular? Mostly 60 to 70% question in any banking exam come from RBI circulars. Not of last 6 months, but everything is covered under RBI. Anything that is being done in banking industry today are generated from Reserve Bank of India. So almost 70 to 80% question directly or indirectly comes from RBI circulars from the very beginning. Okay, but current banking questions from RBI circular gist, they come 10 to 20 percentage. But RBI circular gist is the essence of everything. If they ask you something related to a MSME scheme, that is most RBI has taken a note, or RBI has guided banks to do that kind of scheme or that kind of product. Okay, if a question comes from CGTMSE, CGTMSE different organization, but in RBI circular, RBI has discussed about CGTMSE. So that's why our RBI circular gist classes are very, very important. Okay. Recent committees and SEBI will be asked. Yes, so that's why go for that committee class. Committee PDF is there in the general banking folder. Whatever is there in general banking, these folders I spoke, we have very carefully crafted these contents. That's why maximum questions are asked from our question bank. So you cover that only. Very recent things, very recent updates not asked, like 10-15 days before the exam, but anything from 1 year to last month are going to be asked. Okay, so August is going to be a very crucial month for your question making. So thank you again for your love, support, and time. Those who want to join our dedicated courses, dedicated banking and financial awareness course, they can do it. In case many people nowadays subscribing to test series, because it only covers test series. But if you want our handmade questions, handpicked questions in professional banking, then you must go for banking and financial awareness course. There you will be getting RBI circulars, banking financial awareness last 6 months, access to upcoming classes, access to all professional banking, top banking questions, MCQ series, etc. Thank you again for your love, support.